I'm joined by Karel Vereycken. He's in Paris and he's a political analyst and a Schiller Institute contributor. Thanks so much for joining us on the program today. Can you talk to us about this year's theme and what it means?
Well, what it means, it should be the occasion to take serious the responsibility we have for the planet. And that means that we have to use science and technology to invest in a good management, in a co-construction between man and nature. We should co-construct together a better universe. Deserts are not a fatality. We have enormous progress has been made in desert combating. We also now have very cheap, over the last 10 years, we have reduced by more than 5 times the price of water desalination. Australia is deploying floating water desalination plants. This is now all possible. But I think we should study more the weather patterns, and we cannot explain everything with climate change. I think the International Monetary Fund and the Western financial institutions, by refusing the development of the South, have created much more deserts than climate change. This can maybe change because the world balance is now going towards the global South and the BRICS. And there are new financial institutions being created which can invest on the long term on infrastructure. And this is the infrastructure has a long life cycle, which is completely outside the commercial markets.
So can you talk a little bit more about that, about some of the investment, the resources that are going to the global South, where they're coming from, and what are some of the strategies and ways that countries can reclaim land from desertification?
Well, there is, first of all, the good thing of climate change is that some companies, even private companies, for example, Honda, the Japanese company, is now working with China and with Mongolia to plant trees in the desert and to do it in an efficient way. And it's a lot of fun because they bring the children and they learn them how to plant trees, which makes the new generations aware of the importance. And humanity knows how to do that since Humboldt. He already described in the 18th century that once you cut down all your trees, you're not going only to create a desert, but you're going to destroy the soils, and you're going to create a cycle of entropy will take over. So the whole challenge which China took up with the long green wall, which is being built since 1978, it is a good step. It still needs more work because the Gobi Desert is still expanding. But we're losing less, and I think it can be done with the combined efforts of just like water. Desert is a good reason to talk to your neighbors and to join hands and to have a common program to combat it.
And of course, desertification and drought are a driving force behind migration, particularly in the global South. Tens of thousands of millions of people each year are at risk of displacement. Can you talk a little bit more about that, the element of climate migration there?
Well, the thing is, you need governments who have the will to tackle this problem. For example, Egypt, which has 95% on 5% of its territory, has a real problem of people which have no more place to live. So Egypt, a couple of years, did the Delta Plus program to add 40% of new farmland in the north of Egypt by using recycling water and desalination. Migration should not be a problem if it is chosen for the good reasons. We need the development in the north, so that if people come, they can stay and get good jobs and be integrated. But we absolutely need a new world economic order so that there can be development in each country, and that the people who move, they do it not by force. They are not forced to leave, but they make their own decisions according to the lives they want to live.
All right, we'll have to leave it there, unfortunately. Karel Vereycken, really appreciate your insight today.